Step-back 3 over 2 defenders. Buzzer beater to win the game. No-look pass through impossible traffic. These aren't just highlights, this is Luka Magic. Welcome to the most spectacular moments from one of basketball's greatest talents. Luka Doncic doesn't just play basketball. He performs art on the hardwood. Every game brings something new, something breathtaking, something that makes you rewind and watch again. These are the plays that define his brilliance. Let's start with what has become his signature, the step-back three-pointer. Watch Luka bring the ball up court. He surveys the defense, calculating angles and spacing like a chess master. The defender knows what's coming. Everyone in the arena knows what's coming. It doesn't matter. Luka attacks to his right, gathering momentum. The defender stays glued to him, playing perfect defense. Then in one fluid motion, Luka plants his left foot, steps back with his right, and rises up. The defender lunges forward, but it's too late. The ball leaves Luka's hand with perfect rotation, arcing through the air. Splash. He's done this hundreds of times. Against the best defenders in the world. Kawhi Leonard, step-back 3. Paul George, step-back 3. Multiple defenders collapsing on him, step-back 3 over both of them. The move is simple in concept but nearly impossible to defend. Luka creates just enough space, maybe 12 inches, but at the NBA level, that's all he needs. His release is quick, his balance is perfect, and his range extends well beyond the three-point line. But the step-back is just the beginning. Watch Luka operating in the pick and roll. This is where his basketball genius truly shines. He doesn't just use screens, he manipulates them. He'll fake one direction, pull the defender the opposite way, and suddenly 3 players are confused while his teammate rolls wide open to the basket. The pass comes out of nowhere, behind the back without looking, through a defender's legs, over the top with one hand. Sometimes he doesn't even look at his target, he just knows where they'll be. Against the Lakers in the playoffs, Luka threw a no-look pass that froze Anthony Davis midair. The ball zipped past Davis's head to a cutting teammate for an easy layup. Davis could only shake his head. What can you do against that? Then there's the floater, Luka's secret weapon in the paint. When he drives to the basket, defenders collapse. 7-footers rotate over to contest. It doesn't matter. Luka rises up between them, releasing the ball at the perfect angle with the softest touch. The ball floats over outstretched arms, kisses the glass, and drops through the net. He's mastered every variation. The running floater at full speed. The one-handed push shot over his shoulder. The teardrop from 15 feet that seems to defy gravity. Defenders can't block it because he releases it too high. They can't anticipate it because he changes the angle every time. And when defenders finally figure out the floater, that's when Luka goes to the rim. Don't let anyone tell you Luka isn't athletic. Watch him drive baseline against 3 defenders. He absorbs contact from the first one, spins away from the second, and finishes with his offhand over the third. Somehow the ball still goes in and he gets the foul call. His body control is exceptional. Mid-air adjustments that seem impossible. Switching hands on layups while defenders swipe at the ball. Finishing through contact that would send most players sprawling. Against the Clippers in the playoffs, Luka drove into Ivica Zubac, a 7-footer who outweighs him by 30 pounds. Luka absorbed the contact, twisted his body in midair, and banked in a reverse layup with his left hand while falling backward. Zubac fouled him hard. The basket counted. Luka made the free throw. That's toughness. But Luka's most devastating weapon might be his court vision. Watch him in transition. The defense is set up perfectly, rotating and communicating. Luka crosses half court with the ball, and suddenly everyone on the court is watching him. That's when he strikes. A cross-court pass that travels 40 feet, threading between 2 defenders to hit a shooter in the corner for 3. The pass arrives so fast that the defender can't even react. By the time they turn around, the shot is already in the air. Or watch him drive to the basket, draw 3 defenders, then somehow find the one teammate nobody else even knew was open. Bounce pass. Behind the back pass. No look over the shoulder pass. It doesn't matter how he delivers it, the ball finds its target. His teammates have learned to always be ready. If you're open for even half a second, the ball is coming. Luka will find you. And then there are the clutch moments, the plays that win games. Game tied. 10 seconds left. The ball is in Luka's hands. Exactly where he wants it. He lets the clock wind down, keeping everyone in suspense. The defender is locked in, perfectly positioned. Luka attacks right, the defender stays with him. Then Luka stops on a dime, his signature deceleration. The defender's momentum carries him forward for just a split second. That's all Luka needs. Step back three. Perfect form. High arc. The buzzer sounds while the ball is in the air. Every eye in the arena follows its flight. Swish. Game over. He's done this against Phoenix, against Memphis, against the Clippers, against the Knicks. The step-back buzzer beater has become his calling card. Defenders know it's coming. Coaches game plan for it. It still goes in. But Luka doesn't just score in the clutch, he orchestrates. Watch the final minute of a close game. Luka has the ball at the top of the key. The defense is intense, denying every passing lane. But Luka sees something nobody else does. He fakes a drive, the defense shifts. He fakes a pass, they shift again. Then he delivers a perfect pocket pass to a cutter streaking to the basket. Easy layup. Game sealed. It's the plays that don't show up in highlight reels but win championships. Then there are the moments of pure creativity that make you wonder how he even thought of that. Against the Warriors, Luka drove baseline with nowhere to go. Two defenders had him trapped. Instead of forcing a bad shot, he jumped, spun 180 degrees in midair, and somehow found a teammate cutting backdoor for a dunk. Steph Curry, watching from the other end, just smiled and nodded. He recognized genius when he saw it. Or the time Luka threw a full-court pass off the backboard to himself, caught it in stride, and laid it in before anyone could react. The referee initially called it a violation before realizing it was legal. Luka just shrugged. He was already thinking about the next play. His handles are equally mesmerizing. Luka isn't the quickest player, but his ball control is masterful. He'll dribble between his legs, behind his back, through a defender's reach, all while surveying the floor for the next move. Watch him operate in isolation. The defender is playing tight, hands active, feet moving. Luka rocks back and forth, dribbling casually like he's at a practice. Then suddenly he explodes, crossover, hesitation, behind the back, step back three. The defender never had a chance. Against elite defenders like Drew Holiday or Alex Caruso, Luka still gets his shots. He uses his body, his strength, his basketball IQ. He'll post up smaller guards, back them down, then hit a turnaround fadeaway. He'll face up bigger defenders and blow past them with his first step. There's no single way to guard him because he has no weaknesses in his offensive game. And when the playoffs arrive, Luka elevates to another level entirely. The intensity ratchets up. The defenses get more physical. The stakes couldn't be higher. That's when Luka thrives. Watch him in Game 4 against the Clippers, ankle injury and all. Every time he touches the ball, something incredible happens. Drive and dish for an open three. Step back over Kawhi Leonard. Behind the back pass to Kristaps Porzingis for a dunk. 43 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists, on one leg. Or Game 7 against the Suns when he dropped 35 points in a closeout game on the road, hitting daggers every time Phoenix made a run. Cold-blooded assassin mode. The bigger the moment, the better Luka plays. His celebrations have become iconic too. The finger wag after hitting a tough shot over a defender. The shrug to the crowd after draining a deep three. The cold stare after a game winner. But my favorite is the subtle head nod. That little acknowledgement he gives after making a ridiculous play, as if to say, yeah, I know that was special. Because Luka knows. He knows he's doing things that shouldn't be possible. He knows he's making basketball look like poetry. The Euro-step layups that freeze defenders. The pump fakes that send shot blockers flying. The touch passes that barely graze his fingertips before finding their target. The impossible angles. The perfect timing. The pure feel for the game. At 25 years old, Luka Doncic has already created a highlight reel that rivals players with 15-year careers. From Madrid to Dallas, from the EuroLeague to the NBA Finals, He's been putting on shows that people will remember forever. Every game brings something new. Every possession carries the possibility of magic. Every time he touches the ball, you lean forward in your seat because you know something special might happen. That's the beauty of Luka Doncic. He doesn't just play basketball. He creates moments. He delivers performances. He makes the impossible look routine and the routine look spectacular. Step-back threes that drop like raindrops. No-look passes that defy logic. Clutch shots that silence arenas. Floaters that kiss the glass with perfect